What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 73, and today we are returning with a triple header with Aston Villa as we aim to keep this really decent winning run in the Premier League going, with 3 Premier League games against Brighton at home in the first game today, then Watford away at Vicarage Road on Boxing Day, and then 2 days later a really tough test to close out December as they take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium. Obviously after a win over Fulham in the last game, the last episode, we're now 3 points clear of Spurs. They do have a game in hand on us right now, so really neck and neck between the top two, as we did suggest it would be in the past couple episodes. And we might open the transfer window today, we might not, but there is something to do, and that is sort out some contract problems. Because I started the save today, I went into the finance section and realised there's quite a few players with just 7 months left on their deals, some big names too, such as Bustos Fry and Toby Lewis as well. So contract problems to be sorted out, 3 big games today. Let's get to the first one. It's Brighton at home. But just before that, we do see that once again, Dominic King's transfer talks have broken down. He's not going to Bolton either. This guy is never going to leave the club, and yet another bid for Pacheco Flores as well. This one comes from QPR. They want to take the Spanish young striker, the Loftus Road, for 3.2 mil. And this is another player who keeps on getting the bids, but keeps on turning the moves down. We'd rather the cash, mate. So first of the triple header today then, it is indeed Brighton in our only game at Villa Park in today's episode as we return on the back of that 2-0 victory in London. No changes to our lineup, of course, heading into the game, so same 3-5-2 with that deadly duo up top with Brereton starting alongside Martinez, right now top scorer of the league with 13 goals. But as for Brighton lining up in a 4-4-1-1, remember last season they played really well, and right now sat in 9th place as well. They've got a decent team as well, with Gruss supporting Babacar, their striker today.
It is a success for the host today, based so far on shutting out the opposition.
And I think what makes this team so hard to beat is the fact that everybody works hard out of possession. It starts at the front with the strikers.
Definitely got to sort those contract problems out today, no question. Not leaving it too late. Want to get those deals wrapped up there, especially for Bustos and Fry, who could leave on pre-contracts. And oh, just stop it. Lautaro Martinez has done it again. Aston Villa 1, Brighton 0, and the run this guy is on right now is just too good. It's his 14th goal of the Premier League season. He's the current top scorer, and he's just unstoppable. Quick little fake shot to get it through the legs. The defender who sort of like jumped out of the way expecting the shot, and then with the left foot just smashes one past the Aussie Matt Ryan and into the roof of the net. Martinez is unbelievable, and I can't take the credit for this signing. We've made some good ones, but this is yours. You're signing the best of the series. Lautaro Martinez, unstoppable. Right into the centre. Pickford is there though, and he's been in great form of late as well. Jordan Pickford hasn't conceded a goal in this mini run where Icardi's been sidelined, and as Gnabry finds Martinez, here we go again. Lautaro Martinez, he's got the pace, he's got the strength, and right now as we're seeing, he's got the finish, and he's got the selflessness to find Fabricio Bustos, but Matt Ryan makes the save and turns it behind for a corner. So still 1-0, but every time, Martinez onto the roof net. Every time Martinez is on the ball or close to the ball, you expect good things to happen. And there might be a chance just before the break for a second goal as we win ourselves a corner. Lewis is going to take it. Of course, Martinez is the target. And deflection almost deceived Matt Ryan, who, to be fair, made a really good save there. The Australian. Stones goes for goal and a half volley, and it goes way off target. That's a really good stop by Ryan, and to be fair to him, if it wasn't for him in goal, we'll be 3-4 goals up in this first half. He may have conceded early, but he's actually played really well out there as Brereton finds an opening with the fake shot, then a step over and keeps on going. Now can he cut inside? Brereton, lovely run from Ben Brereton, and he's not going to stop that one. Brereton says, yeah, I know Martinez is on fire, but don't forget about me. Aston Villa 2, Brighton 0, and it's no less than we deserve for a really great first half display. Right now we are just on fire, going in search for our 9th straight win in all competitions, minus the Bayern simulation game, and Brereton and Martinez are a massive reason why. The two of them right now are just on fire, in sync, and Brereton gets another for the season as he makes it 2-0 just before the break. Ross out to Serge into Ben. Brereton's flick will find Miranchuk. Nice little build up this. Now can we find the opening to find the space, to find the shot, to find the goal? It's Bustos back inside. Barkley, Gnabry. Just couldn't get the final ball right. and Brighton escape. But our general play today has been absolutely excellent. As Toby down the left turns his man and has space to cross. In it goes, great delivery, Martinez, 3-0. And it's Martinez again. Aston Villa 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And the Argentine bros, oh, they love one another. Great handshakes again, like against Fulham. And it's 3-0. Lewis with the fake shot to turn his man. Whips in a perfect cross to the near post. And Martinez, he's done it again. He did that against Brighton. Martinez is the king of the nutmegs. Puts it through the legs of Matt Ryan. It's 3-0. It's 15 goals already for our new number 9. The man is just unstoppable. He's too good. One final chance for a consolation for Brighton. There'll be nothing other than that. The 3 points are in the bag, as we know. But as Pickford claims that cross commandingly, so you know, as good as our attack has been of late, you got to say to the boys at the back, yet another clean sheet picked up again. Pickford hasn't conceded a goal since he stepped in for Icardi, and what a decision it was to sign him in the summer. So 3-0 the final score. This fantastic run in the league continues. Another 3 points. That will keep us top in a really great display, once again, from the back to the front. Sublime. Oftentimes there's one area of our game which is more impressive than the other. Either our general midfield play, our fantastic solid defence, or our unstoppable attack. But right now, all of the areas on the pitch are just on fire. Every single player is playing so well, and another really dominant display in this 3-0 win with 12 shots, 6 on target, and 3 goals scored as well. That's really nice little division there, and just a really, really solid victory. And I've got to say, you know, Martinez will get man of the match for the 2 goals he scored, once again just being on fire and a complete beast. But I have to shout the whole team out, including the player who got the highest rating, Toby Lewis, picking up yet another assist. This kid this season has held down a first team role. He's now 82 rated, and he's really played well. We knew this guy had a really bright future. We planned for him to be the future of Aston Villa's midfield, and he's not let us down, and this season he's playing his best football by far. Oh, and there's a bit of news that I didn't expect. You might have just noticed that in the top left there, but if you didn't, I'll show you on the screen. Jose Antonio Pacheco Flores has been sold. It's happened, finally, at the, I think it was the 3rd or the 4th time of asking. He rejected Blackburn, Sunderland and Millwall. So yeah, the 4th time of asking, Flores is off. He's off to QPR, he's off to Loftus Road, 3.2 mil. He's Torres' regen. We do like him, but again, he wasn't really going to get much game time this season, especially not when you consider the form of Brereton, in particular Martinez as well. I did want to show you this as well, real briefly before the next game. I discussed this once before, and I'll say it again. The board let us know a few days ago that we're not on track with our financial objective, which is short-term, medium priority, to reduce player wages by $88,000 a week. Now, I don't understand how that's true, because I did the calculations via a calculator, so you know this time I actually got it right and not horribly wrong. And we have reduced the player wages by more than £88,000 a week. When you think about the sum, we sold so many of our players on high contracts, including Delph and McCarthy, and of course, don't forget, we're selling Di Maria in January as well on $100,000 a week. And we've only bought in players Martinez, Forsberg, and Pickford. Pickford's on $100,000 a week, but the other two don't add up to more than the player wages that we sold. So why that percentage is still 0, I have absolutely no idea. It's really frustrating because that should be getting hit, not failed. And speaking of wages, I think it might be a good idea to give wage increases to 2 of these players here and get these contracts signed up now. It's Christmas Eve on the day right now, so let's give these guys new contracts heading into Christmas so they can get a nice little sign-on bonus to pay for the turkey. So Bustos and Fry can both leave on free transfers. Now, there are other players that have 7 months left on their deals, but the reason they can't leave, for those who don't know, is because they're under the age of 23. You have to be 23 or over to be poached away on a free transfer if your contract's not come the end of the year. I'll probably give Toby a new contract anyway. But so Bustos, will get him done first. He's on $20,000 a week right now, 82 rated, our first ever signing of the series. He's definitely getting a big bumper wage increase. We'll go to $55,000 a week. He deserves it. And we won't go higher than $100,000 a week. I'd imagine paying around 60 or 70 grand for him. And no, $55,000 a week. Probably could have got a little bit cheaper there. But to be fair, Bustos deserves this contract. He's been great all series long. 5-year deal. Totally fine with that. And as for Dale Fry, he's been amazing as well. Only on $12,000 a week. Wants a big wage increase. Obviously 82 rated. I think I'll give him the same contract. $55,000 a week. And won't go higher than $100,000 a week. They deserve it. They've been fantastic players for us all throughout the times they've been here. They deserve the wage increase. So should we do Toby now as well? He's only on 440 quid a week. Love the professionalism. He's still getting the Buster training. Oh no! It's fine. Can you imagine? Oh my. Oh man. Whew. Right, Toby, I'm going to give you the same contract. No, actually, you don't deserve that much. Well, you do, but Oh dear. Okay, so 45 grand a week. Won't go higher than 90 grand a week. And he's totally fine, accepting an extra 44 grand and 560 quid, I think. Oh, that could have been so much worse. So that now does mean that our wage budget has decreased quite a bit, but those players deserve it. I don't know whether you guys are the same as me, but when you give out contracts, of course you want to get the best deal, don't get me wrong. You run the club like a business. Football is a business nowadays, but I like to give players a big wage increase if they deserved it, both on FM and on FIFA Career Mode as well. So our wage budget's gone down a bit. That means our transfer budget's a lot lower than it was before those contracts got given out. However, we don't really plan to sign anyone in January, and don't forget, we're still going to get £12 million for the sale of Di Maria. Is it 12 million or 14 million? One of the two for Di Maria going to West Ham, and we're getting £3 million for Checo Flores as well. I think what we'll do for the next game actually is we'll send our youth scouts out, because in the last episode I did ask you guys to vote in the top right, and I said, where should we send our youth scouts out? I gave you five choices in a poll out of the comments you guys suggested. So let's see where you guys are sending our youth scouts. So let's find out what countries you guys have voted for. Oh wow, okay, that's quite interesting. So you guys have gone for a South American nation, an African nation, and a European nation as well. The two nations that missed out were Mexico and Australia, but the three nations you guys voted for were Uruguay, as we go in search of the next Luis Suarez, Edison Cavani, the list goes on really. So we'll send our first scout out to Uruguay. The second country you guys voted for was Morocco, which I'm really excited about. I never scouted there before, and we could hopefully get the next Aziz Bouhadouz for those who watched my St. Pauli career last year. Where's Morocco? There they are right there. Morocco... yep, they were the second nation. Oh, that's 3 months. Second nation you guys voted for. So Morocco were the second nation. And the third nation was indeed Czech Republic, as we go in search of the next Pavel Nedved. So where's Czech Republic? You know, my geography is horrible. I got an E grade in geography in GCSE, so this shouldn't come as much of a surprise. But 9 months Czech Republic as well, and those are the countries we'll be scouting. So thank you very much for everyone for voting in the poll. I really appreciate it very much. You guys did indeed choose Uruguay, Morocco, and Czech Republic. 3 very interesting nations. We've never scouted any of those before. Let's find out what our scouts picked up, and hopefully they'll give us some really good players. It's funny actually, because I used to be really good at geography. I used to be like really, really good at knowing where countries are located. When it comes down to flags, there is no one that knows more about what country has what flag than me. I'm like a boss in terms of my knowledge of flags. But when it came down to like country locations, I was normally really good at it. But for some reason now, I've totally lost all my geographical sense. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know why I'm telling you this, to be honest. Let's just move on. So we were top at Christmas, now aiming to extend our lead at the top on Boxing Day as well, as we travel away from home to Vicarage Road to take on Watford, as we aim to keep this really fantastic run going with Aston Villa. Right now, 4 points clear of Spurs, and I want to be 7 points clear heading into the Man City game in 2 days' time. The Hornets lining up in a 5-2-3 with Ducouré and Chalobah, their midfield duo, and a front trio of Bittencourt on the left, Matt Phillips on the right, and Troy Deeney, the captain, leading the line. But for us, of course, no change to our lineup, because why would we mess with the winning formula that right now is producing fantastic results? So 3-5-2, and of course that dynamic duo up top, Ben Brereton, and the leading goal scorer, Lautaro Martinez. Obviously, we will probably make changes heading into that game against Manchester City on the 28th, because, you know, rotating the side in career mode, like I always say, it's a must. You got to do it. You know, your team gets so fatigued. You got to make sure that the players stay fit. That will hopefully not hinder us too much. But if we can go into the game on form with a win here and keeping our run going, then that will give us the confidence regardless of what team we put out there. So big game here, and Brereton wins it back, and I just couldn't release Martinez. But that right there shows you the sort of intensity we got right from kickoff every single time. We're going at teams, trying to win the ball back and trying to get shots on goal early. Great ball by Bittencourt, and Matt Phillips controlled that perfectly and fires one just wide. Wow. Well, that right there was an early warning sign from the Hornets with their, well, 2 of their front 3, their wide midfield duo linking up there. Phillips sent forward and thankfully could not hit the target, but that's one thing we'll have to watch out for. Playing this 3-5-2 against a 5-2-3 with those wingers there that can easily cut inside and hurt us. Got to make sure that our centre-backs don't get stretched out too far, and our wide midfield duo contribute back on defence to help out. As Serge crosses to the middle, cleared by Nathaniel Chalobah, and Fry heads it through to Lewis as 2 new players on contract find Ross Barkley. Barkley to Toby, and Ducouré with a tackle. And I've got to say, Watford have started this game off really bright, not faced by the pressure of taking on the informed team. They're looking good. It's Deeney on the ball, And Troy looks for space, gets around Stones, back heels, Lewis is there. But again, we surrender possession. I'm really struggling to start this game off. Deeney going for goal, and there is the first goal we conceded in quite a few games. Troy Deeney, Watford's captain, with a lovely bent effort into the far corner. Pickford's run is over, and this is no less than Watford deserve. It started off the brighter team, and there's a surrender possession with Toby Lewis there. Oh, he just wants the money now, Toby. Not interested, but my bad, obviously. And as Deeney got the ball, he turned, found a bit of space, and with a weaker left foot, curls one past the former Everton and Sunderland goalkeeper Pickford, and into the top corner. That's a lovely goal, and it was coming. Watford go in front, it's 1-0. Well, this is really worrying, because I know we're the comeback kings. This is hardly unfamiliar territory for us, but at the moment, our general play is horrible. I can't string passes together, and this Watford front trio caused me so many problems. Troy Deeney denied by Jordan Pickford, and Serge prevents the corner as well. It's all Watford in this first half. They've been absolutely fantastic, and we can't stop them. Phillips' cross, great delivery, and it's 2. Doucouré slides in, the midfielder charges forward. It was a brilliant delivery, and the Hornets go 2 goals up on the Premier League leaders. And with half the game to go, we may be on course for just our second defeat of the season in the league. It was a brilliant ball down the right-hand side by Matt Phillips, and there was Doucouré, who lost Ross Barkley asleep, who puts it in past Jordan Pickford and into the back of the net. Watford 2, Aston Villa 0. We may have been top at Christmas, we won't be top on New Year's Day at this rate. Terrible performance. So we're making a double change as we head into the second half. They're both coming for a new fullbacks as we now line up in a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. The 3-5-2 is getting torn apart at the moment, so we'll change formation and go to a 4 at the back system, because right now we can't cope when the balls go down in wide areas. So Ship will play right back, Henry left back, and hopefully this will stop the rot. And hopefully gets back in the game as well. Oh, brilliant ball by Brereton, and there's Serge Gnabry, and right on cue, we do half the deficit. Lovely little goal there, cutting in from the right-hand side. Brereton saw Martinez in the middle, but instead he was the one that got all the attention. No surprise right now, and that freed up Serge at the far post for just his second goal since coming in. Gnabry fires at home. Watford 2, Aston Villa 1. Now, can we do what we've done all series long and turn this game on its head and prove we're still the comeback kings? Come on, Villa. Really feel like switching the formation was the right thing to do, because we just can't seem to cope at the moment with that front three. So switching to 4 at the back with 2 fullbacks in Schupf and Henry should really help us out. Martinez to Miranchuk, now through towards Ben. He's been our best player today. Brereton! Oh! Onto the roof of the net. We may have half the deficit, but it looks like that's all it's going to be for us. Just a consolation goal, because Watford have a corner here, and oh! Well, Dale Fry almost gave them the 3 points there into the side of his own net. Bittencourt's delivery again is very good. This time Socrates heads it away, and he'll go after the loose ball himself and gets it clear. But it looks like Watford are going to hold on to the 3 points, or will they? Benteke to Brereton, one final chance. Ben on the ball, finds Socrates coming forward. The captain, the centre-back, out to Ross Barkley. Down the left, our final chance. Cross the middle, Brereton heads it in. Watford 2, Aston Villa 2, and Ben Brereton in stoppage time keeps the undefeated run alive and gives us a point by doing what he does best and bagging a brace. We may not complete the turnaround. We're still the kings of the comeback. We come from 2 goals down to claim a point of the death. It's Ben Brereton over the head of Danny Hernandez and into the back of the net. Watford 2, Aston Villa 2. It's not a great result, but we'll take it. Come on, Ben. Well, Watford must feel sick to their stomachs. The final whistle blown directly from kickoff, and an escape for Aston Villa, and that's exactly what it was. Not a good performance by any stretch of the imagination, where we needed someone to be a hero. Ben Brereton stepped up, getting the assist for our first goal. I said he scored a brace, he got the assist for our first goal. Gnabry scored it, but then turning in the equaliser himself, heading the Ross Barkley cross home. 2-2, we'll take the point. One of those games where I feel like the stats lied a little bit, because to credit our host today, I thought they played really well. I thought it was quite balanced, despite the stats suggesting we deserved to win. I didn't think it was like that at all. I thought it was really, really even. So 2-2 the final score, a draw the right result, and what a thrilling way to get it. No surprise for man of the match, Ben Brereton with the goal and the assist. I want to shout out Matt Phillips though, for Watford, who was causing us problems all game long, and got the assist as well for the second goal they scored. But Brereton man of the match, big assist, big goal in a big comeback, as Aston Villa claim a very big point. And just before our third and final game against Manchester City, we do see that a youth player wants to terminate his contract. That is Sang Hyun Sip. Now, this is the young Korean, I think, left midfielder that looks absolutely incredible. And, you know, perhaps the new Heung-min Son, I'm not entirely sure. He looks absolutely amazing. Although Son, to me, is always much better when he plays direct. But anyway, looks really good. Hasn't sent us a passport photo. We're not one bit bothered. 62 rated left midfielder, left-footed, with already 76 acceleration and 74 finishing as well. I'm such a huge fan of Son, by the way. I remember when he first came to Spurs, I really liked his game. He's a hard worker. He's got such great ability as well. But anyway, long story short, Sup's got a contract. So let's find out just how good he is. This young Korean talent. He should have potentially special, and he does indeed. Medium work rate. Left-footed player, 5'10", and his skill moves and weak foot, 3-star. Oh, he's got a trait. What's the trait? Acrobatic clearance. A bit strange on a left midfielder, but yeah, looks good. 3-star, and some decent stats as well. With that potentially special as well. He's going to get some game time, no doubt. He looks absolutely fantastic. So third and final game of today's episode then, as we take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium in a big third versus first clash. Or as we have been talking about us and Spurs being neck and neck this season, you certainly can't rule out this amazing team from being part of this title race as well. They're lining up in a 4-3-3, and their team is just unbelievable, man, with an incredible front trio of Sane on the left, Bernardo Silva on the right, and Gabriel Jesus the striker. But for our team, stick with the 3-5-2, but lots of change to our lineup after that draw against Watford due to fitness reasons. So we've got Pickford in goal, back three of Stones, Carter, Vickers and Palmer, Brown, Kearney and Adams our DM duo, Green's on left, Bustos on the right, Grealish to Cam is the captain, but up top no changes, Martinez and Ben Brereton our strike duo.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Here's a couple of players who you might keep a special eye out for today. Alan Smith's certainly going to do that.
Well, I think both of these players should come into this match with their confidence brimming, really, because they really have played well. They've led from the front.
Sane down the left-hand side, keeps hold of the ball and rolls it through the gap on the overlap to the left-back, who finds a little bit of room here to play it inside, and Gabriel Jesus flashes one just wide the post. And after an amazing run of clean sheets, now teams are realising we're not superhuman, we can be broken down. Still 0-0, but the Brazilian very close there to firing the home side in front. As Grealish looks to release Martinez, and Martinez, who didn't score in the last game for the first game in ages, through. It's Martinez! Oh, he's back, baby! He's back! He had a game off and now he's back on the score sheet. Lautaro Martinez kissing the badge. He knows where he's loved, and what a big goal early on in a big game. Manchester City 0, Aston Villa 1, and no surprises, it's our number 9 who gets the goal. Turns Gerard Piqué, leaves the former Barcelona in the dust. Quick little step over to find the space, and a brilliant curling effort in off the far post to leave Ederson with no chance. Brereton ducking out of the way as it clips the inside of that far stick into the back of the net. Manchester City 0, Aston Villa 1. Can't really say he's back, 'cause he was never gone really. But he didn't play well at Vicarage Road at all, didn't score, and his general game was quite poor. But he needed to respond today, and he's done so in a big way. 1-0 to the visitors, but now as Jesus finds a bit of room here and goes for goal, Manchester City are right back on level terms, and the Brazilian says to the Argentine, anything you can do, I can do better. Really nice strike from range. Man City 1, Aston Villa 1. This game could well be a classic. Denea into Jesus. I was backing off with Carter Vickers. Just didn't want to trip him up outside the area. Should have taken one for the team, really. Gave him the room, and Jesus punishes us. So that's his 10th goal in the league. Two great young talented strikers going toe-to-toe today and showing us what they're made of. 1-1, more goals to come, I'm sure. This pass is poor, and now Ilkay Gundogan receives it and finds Kevin De Bruyne. And the Belgian now finding Gabriel Jesus, their goal scorer. As the Brazilian comes down this right-hand side, trying to get around Andre Green, and does. And now finds De Bruyne. Nice little 1-2 there to free the Brazilian. It's Jesus, it's Bernardo Silva. He's got the space. Pickford beats it away. Little drop to Marco Asensio on the volley, who fires it wide. Manchester City's passing in this game has been absolutely fantastic. I don't know what the pass accuracy it actually is. It's got to be the high 80s to the low 90s. They've dominated possession. They're moving the ball around so nicely. And at the moment, every time we get the ball back, like right there cheaply, it's an exercise in patience trying to win it back. They're so good at keeping hold of the ball. Bernardo Silva through the gap. Jesus onside. Flag stayed down. And the Brazilian fires Manchester City in front. They've completed a turnaround. They've come from behind. And Jesus with the finish. Bags a brace. And makes it 2-1. Well, the flag stayed down there because the ball was played through Bernardo Silva after Kearney missed the interception. I thought it was a fraction offside, but obviously not. And the right decision by the lino with eagle eyes as Jesus puts it past Pickford for his second of the game. And Manchester City have gone a goal up, and, well, we escaped against Watford. We may well not escape here at the Etihad. 2-1 down, Jesus 11th of the season, and this might be our first defeat since September against Newcastle at St James's Park. 10 minutes to go, there's still time, and it's not looking good. Making a treble change, and I'm glad to see that change from Man City. Gabriel Jesus coming off. Handshake from Pep Guardiola after performance. The fans aren't happy. I'm not one bit surprised. He can't be stopped today, but now he has been by his manager. We're 2-1 down though. Is there still time for a late goal to get back on level terms? Grealish to Benteke off the bench. Holds off Gerard Piqué, whips one into the centre, Ramos heads clear, it'll drop to Garcia Alonso, the young Spanish talent, great save by Ederson. Is there still time? We are into the final 2.5 minutes of normal time as Manchester City try and close out a big 3 points to get them back in the title race here. But as Palmer Brown finds Di Maria in his final game for the club, we got one late chance. Oh, but Martinez couldn't release Andre Green, who would have been through, and instead, from defence to attack, here come the Sky Blues. It's Marco Asensio. It is Manchester City who beat us for the first time since September at St James's Park in the Premier League. It's the young talent formerly of Real Madrid who gives Pep Guardiola's side a massive 3 points to close out December, and after an amazing run, this is the worst way to end 2020. A draw against Watford where we were bailed out in stoppage time, and now a defeat at the Etihad Stadium. Luis Alberto to Asensio, a great finish. It's 3-1 and it's game over. 3 excellent games today. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, and Di Maria's final kick in an Aston Villa shirt was wayward, which sums up our defence in these past 2 games. Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 1, and Manchester City did to us what we've done to so many teams, came from behind to claim the 3 points, but no less than they deserve. They're a great team, they had a great performance out there, showed great resilience and got a great big win. They were the better team in my eyes, absolutely no doubt. They had more of the ball, they had more shots, they had more on target, and they had more goals as well. 91% pass accuracy. They were so hard to get the ball off in this game, and they were clinical when they needed to be. So for man of the match, it's not a real surprise. Gabriel Jesus bagging that brace in the battle of the 2 young strikers this season who both have their eyes on the Golden Boot, as well as the Premier League title for their team. That was a really, really great performance by the Brazilian. Thankfully, Spurs lost at home to Fulham by 2-0. I said in my FM episode last night, I got a bit of a soft spot for Fulham. So, or was that it was the episode of Cream Mode. I got a soft spot for Fulham. So, well done, Fulham. I like you a lot. And as you can see, that does mean the gap remains at 5 points despite the defeat. But Man City closes the gap now on Spurs to goal difference in what I'm sure is going to be a very, very interesting title race this season. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode though, guys. So, a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And do that channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode. The January transfer window is going to open, and we may make some signings as well with that Di Maria cash too very soon.